What started as a random game that I'd never even heard of turned into one of the most addictive games that I've played recently. It's a game that blends mini-game grinding, resource collection, monster battling, and party management all wrapped up in a kind of cute pixel art style. And a big thank you to the developer for providing me with a review code. So here you play as Nyx, a young witch who's been cast into a world shrouded in darkness. You and your little ghost sidekick will need to start clearing this darkness, and doing so you'll start to uncover what caused the darkness, while finding and recruiting allies, fighting monsters, and collecting resources via mini-games. It kind of starts off pretty slow. The first few minutes are basic, you've got some pretty slow mini games, some tutorial style battles, and not much else. I was worried at first since it wasn't really grabbing me, but then I unlocked some upgrades, cleared some darkness and found my first few allies, and suddenly everything changed. What this game does so well is pace its progression. It keeps feeding you new features, mechanics, and systems just as you're starting to get comfortable. One mini game that starts out as some really slow, basic apple collecting game evolves eventually into this full-on mini battle. It's really cool. Another is a mining game where you just collect a few minerals and there's not much going on, but eventually you'll unlock bombs, power-ups, gems, and more. There's even this kind of Vampire Survivors inspired mini game that you'll unlock later on in the game. And yeah, if you're obsessed with that game just as much as I am, I'm sure you'll love it. There are 5 main mini games in total, and doing these games will earn you resources that you can use to either upgrade the game itself or use in your Cauldron to earn your team some talent points to make them stronger. These mini games are infinitely upgradable, and upgrading them will make them more efficient, make the game way more chaotic, and just more fun. There's also a sort of idle aspect here, as once you hit a certain point, your little ghost buddy will automatically collect resources for you, with the amount being based off of a number of things, such as how much darkness you've cleared, what your average minigame scores are, and so on. So what I really appreciate about Cauldron is how much freedom it gives you to kind of play how you want. If you like grinding, just playing the same minigames over and over to upgrade them and get more resources, you can do that. If you'd rather just let the game auto-collect for you while you focus more so on combat and quests, that's totally fine as well. And then there's the combat system. This was almost a deal breaker for me at first. There are a lot of battles in Cauldron. Basically, every section of the map starts off in darkness, and you'll slowly clear sections of that darkness by partaking in a battle. And honestly, early on, I just wasn't enjoying it. I didn't feel like I was doing very well. I wasn't 100% sure how everything worked, and there's just a lot of different aspects, and I felt it was getting a little bit repetitive as well. But then I unlocked auto battling and it got really fun. Watching your team fight on their own, using special skills, and being able to speed up and slow down to suit your watching needs, it's just fun. And I got really into watching these battles. And you'll still need to unlock these heroes, work on your Cauldron to upgrade them so they're strong enough, so you still have an impact on how well it goes. The game will just select for you who you're gonna fight with and then do the combat for you. If you do like combat, however, there's plenty of things to go really deep into this part with. There are over 20 heroes, each with unique skill trees and abilities. You can attach items to them, and you could spend so long tweaking your party composition and trying to maximize damage output, or you can just throw your most powerful characters in and let the auto battling do its thing. It's totally up to you. But I really appreciate that it has that option. Beyond these aspects, what really sold Cauldron to me is the tone of the game. The dialogue is really funny. Your constant companion is this tiny little ghost with the sassiest attitude. Think sarcastic one-liners, dramatic facial expressions, and this general refusal to take anything seriously. There are skits and cutscenes between characters that are so fun to watch, and each new hero that you meet brings something different to the table. Some are brooding, some are loud and goofy, and others are just weird. It gives the game a real sense of personality. One of the best things about Cauldron is also just how much there is to do. Aside from that loop of mini games and battles, you've also got a whole range of other systems to keep you engaged. There are side quests, full menus of collectibles, different game modes like idle, pacifist, and even an evil mode. I actually have no idea what that one's about, but I am curious. You're constantly unlocking something new, new abilities, new characters, new mini games, and it just makes it really hard to put down. Even when I thought I'd seen everything, something new would pop up. A new feature, a bigger map, or a new sassy one-liner from my ghost friend. Cauldron might not look like much at first, and the early game isn't super addictive, but if you stick with it, it really gets good. It's smart, funny, and it's built around a really good gameplay loop of collecting, upgrading, and unlocking that just feels good. So whether you're into it for the mini games, or the idle mechanics, the combat, or you just want a game with a grumpy ghost in it, which I totally get, I think most people will enjoy this one. It's not trying to be this like overly polished kind of game, it's just trying to be fun, and it really feels like a passion project as well. I actually played this one non-stop until I finished it, and when I was done, I kind of wanted to start all over again, which works out really well since there's multiple game modes, and I'm really curious to see what the evil one is about. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!